This is a tutorial by the magician. First, let's talk about the skirt hem. That is, bring it up at the very beginning. When this skirt hem is finished, you need to do it like this. Twist it once, and then pull it down like this. Then the skirt hem will look better. If I mention it at the end, you might not have the patience to watch till the end. So first, let's make the dress part. Let's start with the simple parts first. Then we'll do the difficult parts later. The upper part looks more complicated. So let's start with the skirt hem first. The skirt hem is the simpler part. First, the skirt hem. Then we'll do this part, and then we'll do the upper part. This is the skirt hem. The paper pattern for the skirt hem. Then after you have it in hand, here you need to stitch it together. Stitch according to this mark. Then here is a fold and cut. After drawing it like this, then flip it over. Then draw it again like this. This is the upper layer. There is also a lower skirt layer. It's the same as the upper layer. The same material method and approach. Then pay attention to just that mark. You need to mark it down. This is the side seam of the skirt hem. It needs to be aligned later. Opposite this point here, because this skirt hem is irregular, you have to align these two side seams. Otherwise it will be off. Just like this. Front desk, then this side, then start making the label below. The label and the bottom hem here. Sewing together. After sewing together, turn it over like this and top stitch. The purchased label. After sewing together like this, turn over and top stitch. Press a 0.1 clear stitch. This is the pressing of the finished clear stitch. Then above, at the place where the waist joins, press 2 stay stitches. Press 2 stitches. Then it is at, press the stitch a little away from then press another stitch in the middle. Another skirt hem. This is the lower layer, right? It's a bit longer than the upper layer. The method is the same as this one. Exactly the same. So this layer won't be stitched. These two skirt hems. After finishing the edge drawing, move on to the next step. Between the skirt hems, the fabric for the connection is this paper. Lift it down. Then mark each sequin must be drawn on. When aligned this way, it matches better. This is the side view of the skirt hem. Start with the next layer first. Set this upper layer aside first. Those longer parts of the lower layer. Connect it with this fabric. Align the endpoints, then align the side seams. First, make the folds. When folding, fold only on one side. Make sure not to fold completely from this side. Flip it to the other side, from this side. If you pull a bit more, this will lock it in place. Then the back part won't move. Start this side from here. Then you can also pull this side, also from all on one side. Don't flip it over to pull. After making the pleats well, adjust the length. Do not adjust the pleat amount yet. Adjust this length first, then work on this afterwards. The uniformity of the pleats, compare it like this. If it's short, stretch it a bit longer. Adjust until the lengths are equal. After the length is adjusted, align the point. This is the end point. Align them. You can first do it like this. These two endpoints, fix them together. Here, use hand stitching to fix it. Just one stitch is enough. Don't use too many. Then start from the middle here. Adjust the amount of pleats towards both sides. Then like this. When adjusting, align the side seams as well. This is also the same as the front center. So one stitch after securing this part. Then come back to adjust the stitches. But the premise is, you move forward like this. When making this pleat, make sure to, after aligning them, they should be of equal length. Then adjust this pleat, this part. Make it equal in length. The center back part, because there is Velcro, there needs to be a distance of 1.5 centimeters. It is flat, no bulk, then you can stitch it together. Right? There's also this side. The method to adjust this side is the same as the other side. You first adjust the length, then adjust the quality, these points. after aligning correctly. That's the end point. Then the two side seams, after aligning them properly, you can start sewing them together. When sewing them together, just follow this, the pleating line from before. Then you can join it along. Press it flat. Then here, sew a top stitch here. This fold must be made evenly. Then align the marked points. After pressing the top stitch, then make the upper layer of the skirt panel. The upper panel is also gathered in the same way. After gathering the pleats, then it's the same method as the lower part. Align the points, adjust the length and align the points, then sew them together. This skirt panel, the upper layer is done the same way as the lower layer. Align it properly. Then just join this part with the bottom here. Then the next step is to work on the waist area here. This area, when cutting, let me explain. This is its pattern. First, lay it out like this. Then draw the outline. Make sure to mark it properly. This is number 1 and number 1. Matching number 2. Number 2. Write it like this. Then press first. Press here first, after sewing this side. Then press this to avoid damaging it. Then this number is finally written on the cut piece. This way, it is less likely to get damaged during assembly. After cutting the pieces, just assemble them according to this number. Now the left half is assembled. The seams on the fabric surface here need to be opened. Then give it a quick press with an iron. After assembling this side, cut the other side. After moving it like this, then do the same as on this side. Assemble according to this sequence number. After assembling the pieces, press the stay stitch. After pressing the stay stitch here, join it with the skirt hem. You also need to find the matching points. This endpoint is relative. This line is the side seam. Align it with the side seam line drawn earlier. This seam is completed. Then sew the center back here together. Fix it like this. Then bring the hem here and turn it inside out first. Now do the previous step. Let's talk about the cut pieces from the previous part again. Don't put the front pieces from the previous part together with them yet, because the front pieces need interfacing. This area needs some pleats, and because it's shoes, it's just shoes after all. Shoes definitely need interfacing. Otherwise, it will stretch and deform. The back side of this has a fused interfacing attached, and this one is for the collar. The collar is also placed separately. The front side of the collar. The back side of the collar is the inner side. This inside has fused interfacing. Only one side needs to be fused. And this side is just fabric. No interfacing is attached. The rest are the regular pattern pieces without interfacing. In other words, there isn't any inside here, not including this front piece. Only the front part is separate. Then draw it like this. After finishing drawing this side, flip it over to draw the other side. The sleeves are the same, the sleeves and sleeve cuffs. Then we first cut this easy-to-do part. The front piece and the base will be done after this. Then first cut these simple parts. After assembling these, then do the others. Then assemble the left and right sides of the back piece. Then at the sleeves. At the sleeves, press 2 visible tuck seams. Then make sure to mark it well. Then these are the assembled back piece and sleeves. The tuck area on the upper sleeve, this is where the tuck is. It should be pressed right on the 0.5 centimeters seam allowance. Then press another line in the middle. Then the stitch length is about 3 millimeters, a little over 3 millimeters. Below is the collar. This layer of the collar has interfacing. The interfaced part is for the lapel, and this is the outer fabric. Place it underneath, then just sew it. The collar stitching starts from here. The neckline here is not sewn, only this edge is stitched. Then set the stitch length very small, about just over 1 millimeter. If the setting is too wide, after flipping it over, the collar won't turn out smooth and rounded. Also, this is the point for the sharp seam alignment. There is a mark drawn on it, or after you flip it over. You can also draw it afterward, but it must be present. Here includes a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance. The other areas are all tight. This just needs to be clear on the front side. No need to draw it. What I mean by drawing is written like this. Explain it more clearly. Then put this aside for now. Then collect it at the end. It's easy to lose it after collecting. Let me talk about this front piece. This front piece is split into top and bottom parts. One needs to be added here because a border needs to be added here. And then this line, it doesn't mean much. It's just drawing a border. The width of the border and since its top part is glued with scale, the bottom part is glued together as well. This is in order to draw lines better, so it is divided into left and right parts. The two are the same. Next, let's discuss the BJD technique. Follows this diagonal line. First, find the correct alignment. The direction of the fabric's grain. The straight line is the alignment. Then, after positioning it correctly, draw this diagonal line next. According to this, on the straight pattern, draw one line first. Press this line with an iron once. Then press the line. The width of the pressed line is this. This width. Another point is, it needs to be placed in the center. Make sure that, in the end, it's sufficient. The reserved margin should be enough. Otherwise, the baseboard fold might not be enough when stepped on. When pressing the seam line, find the position to draw the line. Then place this paper pattern on top. Find several points. Then connect the last point, and it's done. After drafting the first pleat, still press it once with heat. This one is already pressed, and this pleat seems to fold downwards. On this side, make a comparison. Then draw the second fold. Here. Press the seam here. Then here, this side is the pressed seam fold edge. Here. Then find this line. After drawing it, fold it like this, then tone down the color a bit. Is it parallel? It might be slightly off. Just a little off. Your eyes might judge it more accurately. Then iron it. After ironing it, find this crease line. It's this width. Find 3 or 4 points. Then connect it with paper. Press here. Press a line here. Then unfold it like this. Iron it again using pressing motion. After both lines are done, place the paper pattern on top. Compare them. Unfold it like this. Unfold it like this and iron it again using pressing motion. After both lines are done, place the paper pattern on top. Compare them. The position of its marked line and the stacked paper. Then don't insert too many pins. Don't misalign. Otherwise, the result won't be good. And if it's misaligned, the left and right won't line up. It just won't look very good. After it's done, you can then draw this kind of outline on top. This must be drawn more accurately. Otherwise, when making this part, it really won't align properly. We won't shoot this side. Its operation is the same. It's just the opposite direction. The folding direction needs to be properly secured. Make sure not to block the top. It is blocked downward overall. It's this direction. Then to prevent issues after cutting, unraveling here, press a seam here. Secure it for a moment. The position of this top stitching is within the seam allowance. This includes all have a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance. Press it slightly, a little closer to the edge, and that's enough. Then cut it afterwards. When cutting like this, actually when pulling, this fold won't open either. These two cuts are good. Let's compare. And this fold fits perfectly. They can align together. The difference shouldn't be too much. Then look below. It's the one below, the part that connects with it. Then on this seam allowance, this kind of chamfer, it is just a cut corner to ensure that it can just fits together perfectly. So just follow this. Cut it like this, and that's fine. Draw this well and cut it out. And then the door path is a mirror plate. You can follow this mirror plate to fold. You can draw it on the front side. Draw this on the front side, then follow the lines you drew to fold it. If this is cut out, redrawn, draw on the front side, then follow the mark of the drawn line to overlap the mirror panel, then cut a piece, enough seam allowance. If this seam is left too large, there will be overlapping, that kind of phenomenon. Then use motion. Iron briefly. Just don't leave gap. Don't leave them too big. Not too big. It will be like this. This is the seam after ironing. This seam allowance is left quite long. Trim it at the end. Then cut this piece off. Then, for the next step, arrange it like this. Here, you need to first clip on a lace. After clipping the lace, then sew it together. The length of the lace is twice the length of this edge. It can be a bit less than twice, but not exceeding double. Fold it once in half. Just press down on it. This is its outline. Then find the width of the outline. This is its paper pattern. Press this down. The width of this line is sufficient. Leave a bit more. Leave a 0.5 centimeter seam allowance outward. Then take it apart. Then press along the line you just drew. Pinch the crease line. Press another line in the another line in the another line. Tie a knot in this section. Then gather the pleats. These are excellent pleats. Then, when joining this on top, align like this. Then don't leave wrinkles in the seam areas. There are wrinkles. Here at the wrinkle, there is a 0.5 centimeter seam, and this side is where the position of the door curtain. There must be no wrinkles at all here. So the front section is flat for a good length. The wrinkles are all in this part, just this tiny bit. Okay, I'm first basting this with a hand needle. This part is a bit flatter. Then this area is also near the seam. The 60.5 centimeters distance is flat. These are pleats. So this is done all around, then join them together. Align this side. You can first baste the seam because this part easily misaligns. Sew it with a hand needle like this, then lift it up to take a look. Is this a straight line? Is it just right? If you think it's okay, first use the sewing machine. It unfolds like this. Then press a clear line. Then gather this seam a bit. It actually is this kind. Fold it back. The extra part is just right. We connect it to this. It's easier to align this way. Press along a line. Then trim off the excess. The method for the other side. After everything is joined together. Next step, middle. Join them together here. Then you can use your hands. This is also a basting stitch. Then after basting, take a look. Check if it is aligned. After joining, unfold it. Then press the seam open. Press the seam open, iron it. Then top stitch each side. Then the next step is to make the eyelet. You can first use a hand needle to secure both the top and bottom ends. Visually check, then ensure this eyelet is positioned in the middle. Sometimes your eye can see which might be more accurate than the marks made. After securing the top and bottom, then this side and that side, each press a top stitch line. After pressing the top stitch line, then trim off the excess parts. Before joining the main fabric, you need to first insert a lace trim. Then talk about this front lining. The front lining is divided into 4 parts and 3 parts. Its bust is relatively prominent, so its front side is divided into 2 pieces. Then there is only 1 slice of the big 4. That is for other sizes. There are 2 pieces on the front side that need to be joined into 1. Don't forget. Then this painted edge, its length is still twice as long. Fold it in half. Take a guess. It's just the 2 sides. These are 2 painted edges. After brushing and folding, clamp it between the 2 of them. I wrote the width of the painted edge on this material piece again. Then that width is the width of the finished product. After drawing, an extra seam allowance must be left. Don't make it too small. The width is 0.7. Then, this 0.7 is the finished size. Leave an additional 0.5 seam allowance. Then, all the excess can be trimmed off. This is one side that has been pressed. This is the finished drawn edge. Then use a hand needle to attach it onto this. Here, folding means pressing 2 fold lines. Then sew along that line and press it. Then press another line in the middle. Make a cut at this end. Then pull this thread from here. After folding, like this, adjust the same length. Then sew it on and it's done. If it moves, even clamping both ends won't fix it. This fold must be adjusted evenly. And one more thing about this fold. Right after finishing the fold, it sticks up. Then you can roll it like this a few times. Then pinch it like this a few times. Then pull it inward. This way the fold comes out flat. It will be easier to sew, otherwise it will curl up. After folding the front side seam, after pressing the crease here, join it with the back part. The seam here, after cutting, place the back part underneath. Then put the front part on top. The pointed seam is joined like this. The back side looks like this. The pointed seam is separated. And the next step is to make the example, the one we pressed earlier. This is the top stitching part. The neckline here is not pressed. Then let's talk about this paper pattern. The paper pattern here includes a 0.5 centimeters. This edge is all clean, without seam allowance. Only here has a 0.5 centimeters. Then trim it a bit. Leave a 0.3 centimeters seam allowance. And that's enough. Just follow this line. Because it already includes a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance. Then turn it over. After turning it over, this circle here needs to be made exactly like the paper pattern. Then press the top stitch. This top stitch is pressed on the right side. The one with interfacing is the wrong side, and the one without interfacing is the right side. This way, you can see the difference, because the reverse side needs to be a bit smaller. Then compare this paper pattern with the lining. Trim the excess parts. First, replace it. Then press another line below. This fixes the alignment. It will misalign when sewing. Next step, attach the collar. This point on the side of the collar needs to be properly located. Draw it on this fabric piece. Then align with this end point. This point also lines up. You know the back placket? The back placket has a 0.5 centimeters seam. Place it on the seam, up to the seam here. Then let's talk about the neckline here. Without making a notch. If you don't make a notch, it won't connect properly. Do not exceed the length of the seam. Okay, make a mark here. A 0.5 seam. The collar goes up to here. In this way, its length is extended. This is how the collar is. I sewed it on by hand. Then the neckline must have a buttonhole. Otherwise, the lengths won't match up. Then the next step is to make the face. Then the next step is to make the face. The two pieces at the back. Then detach one piece at the front. First, finish the edge. After finishing this edge, sew the pointed seam. When finishing the edge, start from this point. Sew downward from this sharp corner. After finishing the edge, sew the pointed seam. Facing. After finishing, the neckline forms a large pointed opening. Then connect it with the front neckline. End. Align. Then also the side part. Pointed tip, it reaches the center back. After finishing, turn it over. Then make the sleeves. The seams were pressed before making the sleeves. Now start gathering it. Front armhole aligned with front armhole. This is to align with the pointed tip. After pressing with a cold iron. The mark on the sleeve. Align with the pointed tip on the back piece. Fix this point. Then sew towards both sides. Stretch this length to be equal to the armhole of the main body. Fix it in the middle. Then adjust the length properly. Then, you can first use a hand needle, pin the seam briefly, then use sewing paper to pull it in. If you think the curve here is too sharp, and it's hard to handle, then make a notch. Before locking. You can make notches on the embroidery This way, the embroidery hoop won't have wrinkles when finished. One side is sewn well. Let me explain the other side. Here at the embroidery hoop, I can first draw the seam lines. Then when making the pointed end, don't go beyond. Be sure not to exceed this seam. There is a gap of about 0.1 or slightly more from the seam. After it is sewn well, then here at the embroidery opening, press 2 basting threads. It's the same as this. Just press on the seam line, then trim the embroidery end after securing the paper. This is the piece used for joining the embroidery opening. Before trimming, add on both top and bottom. Add this lace on both top and bottom. The top is a bit narrower. The bottom is wider. The top is 0.2 centimeters smaller than the bottom. This type of eyelash edge, 1.5 pieces of eyelash edges are enough. Then take twice its length. Cut down 2 strips. Then when trimming, trim the top one a bit wider. Cut down 2 strips in total. The top one is the narrow drawn edge. The bottom one is wide. Then join the tissue paper with this. This is also picking up the paper. Next, connect it with the one below. After pressing the line, pull the paper. Pull this to the proper length. Then adjust evenly. Next, this is the border I have spliced together. Then the narrow one is placed on top. The narrow one above and the rusted edge are joined here. This length needs to be stretched to the same length. After splicing together, this seam is too large. It needs to be trimmed a bit. Let's remove half of it. Make sure to fix it after connecting properly. Otherwise, this seam allowance becomes smaller. It won't connect well with the first piece. If there is an overlock machine, here at the cuff, you can overlock the edges. If overlocking is done, the raw edges won't be exposed here. After finishing this, press 2 top stitch lines. After pressing the top stitch lines, do the inner embroidery. If it's later, in case you make a small size, just add thickness to this embroidered edge. After finishing all the embroidery details, then work on it again. Otherwise, when flipping this, the small size can't be flipped over. The embroidery on the inside needs to have a seam allowance. This is the seam that was replaced earlier. Then the seam allowance. Do not go beyond this seam. The inner embroidery. Properly align the seam allowance. Then roll it over. the outer embroidery and the inner embroidery. Sew it like this. End point. The pointed tips must align. Then you can use a hand needle, a little denser, because it's sewing a fine seam. Maybe this part doesn't work well. Too thick. After sewing the embroidery here, from the front here, pull the back to the front. Be a little careful. A bit thick. You can connect the raw edge of the embroidery with a thicker seam, but it can be done this way too. This is the embroidery of the separated part. The same method is applied on the other side. Next, sew the side seam. First, handle the face part. That refers to this embroidery. The embroidery base stitch and the short stitch are for the face part. The separated part is placed afterwards. This is the embroidery base stitch. Sew up to here and stop. Then the side seam of the face. Sew from here to here. Stop here at the base of the embroidery. Then if you're going to overlock the edge, you can just overlock directly, but you need to start from here. Then take this, push it backward a bit. Then overlock all the way down. After finishing, turn it over, turn the sleeve to the front side. Then sew it again, the side seam of the piece. Sew from the piece seam as well. The root part of this embroidery. Then unfold here a bit. If the edges are not overlocked, it can be opened. Once the edges are overlocked, this part always iron it once. Then put it down. This part is done. The next step is to join the skirt hem. Then the next step is to attach the waist. Mark the seam here clearly. Then join it here. These two are exactly the same length. No need to gather or pleat. The center front needs to be aligned properly. Then align the side seam with this. The side seam of the waist tie up to the center back. Just enough to piece together. This is the facial serum. After stitching it together, now connect the detached part. This detached part, the measurement for pulse taking will be written on top of the flat pattern. Check it later. That works too. Then, take the measurement from the seam. It's on top. Here at the seam, press 2 tuck lines, then from the white edge, 20.5 centimeters. That's the width from the edge. 1 seam allowance. After finishing the roll, after rolling up, press the visible crease. That's all. Then this line is the drawn zigzag line. After that, pull it. Pull it until it's the same length as this waistband knot. Then just join them together. First, pull to the maximum length. Pull until you can't pull anymore. Then align this side. Pull the length on this side. Pull it to the same length. Then both ends. Tie knots to secure both ends. Then adjust it evenly. Adjust the tension properly. Then connect them like this. It's better to leave this a bit longer. Don't leave it too short. Leave it long until the end. You can cut it off. Join the pieces neatly. The long part here at the end, trim it a bit. Tear, then press a line here. Do the same on the front side. Press the front side here. Press a line here. On the waist, you can also press here inside, or you may choose not to press. Then the next step is to process. Heavy. The thickness is here. Fold back the 0.5 part. Then like this. After folding, press the seam. Press all the way down. Sewn up. Just like this. Then the heavy part on the other side. After both sides are done, attach the Velcro. Align like this. Then, at the position of the tailbone, wear it on the twisted part. Find the position of the tailbone, the highest point there. Then these two need to be opposite each other and of equal length. This is the method for making Velcro. This side is the loop side. Then place it inside. When sewing the seam, you can start sewing from here. After going around once, then come back from this side. This way, the thickness can be accommodated. Then this side is the hook surface. Place the hook surface on top. After it is fixed on, trim it a bit, leave some extra parts. Then fasten it like this. After fastening, check whether the lengths are equal. Sew this part on the back. Need to sew it tightly. Extend down from the width of the Velcro here. This width is approximately 0.8. Then press down. When pressing the seam, use this as the standard. Do not go beyond this line. Sew like this. From the sewing machine, after inserting it into the sewing machine, start from here. Press down below. And now, after the Velcro is opened, this part needs to be secured. Otherwise, it will come undone like this. Then from this marking strip, press across a few times. The fabric inside here, be careful not to press or twist it. Watch closely. After pressing several lines like this, Velcro fastening lock. It won't come undone. Overall, it's good. This is how it looks overall. Then the next step is decoration. I need to mention something here. On this collar, it is just then folded back with a seam. Gathered pleat. After gathering the sewn on by hand. I won't film this part here. Fold it back like this. Fold this template back. Then the length is twice that of this collar. Let me take a photo. Here, this is a 1 centimeter wide, 1 centimeter wide lace. Then press one here. Clay line. Then gather the pleat. Then gather one seam is enough. This does not need to be pressed
After
much. Removing the pleats, this section, tie a knot to secure, although it only has 2 threads. But it works on both front and back sides. You can also fold them together finely. This thing is the inside and the outside, huh? It's just irregular, so you need to make it a bit neater. Then it will be easier to sew. Gather these together. Then pinch them a few times by hand. This paper is adjusted. Then this end has loose threads. Fold it back. Start from the middle back here. Just go around one circle. If there is a space, you need to cut 2 more strips. In that case, cutting 1 strip will be enough. Start here using a hand needle. Stitch by stitch. Then align it with this seam like this. Don't miss this butt joint. Cover it up. It's fine up to this side. You can leave it a little longer. Leave it a bit longer. Then the quality, just don't leave it too thick. Not good. This is for the entire circle. When folding to the end, also fold back to create a small gap. And then this kind, if you look at it in this order, here also fold back. Start placing it from here to the back. This is 2 strips. This is also a whole strip. Choose any method. Then make a bow. This bow. Measure it. See how big your little one is. Then double this width. Just cut it off. The first layer, there are 2 layers of the bow in total. This is a bit dirty. It's like this. It has yellowed. The first layer is this narrow. The second layer is a bit wider than the first. First, make the first layer. Use glue to stick it. Fold at the very middle. Then use glue to stick the 2 together. If there is no glue, you can also just use a hand needle. It's not heat-bonded fleece. The heat-bonded adhesive is too hard. It can't be handled. If you don't have this kind of adhesive, then you need to use a hand needle like this, sewing back and forth like this with the needle. It can also hold it in place. This kind of adhesive is a bit slower than the second layer of the bow. Slightly bigger than this. Just a little bigger is fine. Then fold it in half. About up to here. Then fold it in half. Just like this. Stick it in the middle part. If glue doesn't hold, then use hand stitching. Using glue can easily cause it to stick together. Hand stitching works better. After this is fixed in place, then fold it neatly. Pinch a neat fold in the middle. Do the next one the same way. After both are done, sew them together. Place the smaller one on top. Put the larger, wider one underneath. Fold them together neatly. Then this is the 4-layer strip, right? It's too wide. You can fold it a bit smaller. Wrap this up, then sew it again. Use tape. If your glue works well, you can just use glue. The finished shape of the red knot looks like this. If not, then just glue it. It's best to let the ribbon hang down, then stick it on. You can also use a hand needle. The decoration is simply completed. Then the button. This is a tutorial for the initial waist. Inside, between the lining and the outer fabric, there is something like a collar sandwiched. The lining and the outer fabric share the same pattern. Then first sew the simple lining and the collar piece on top. If you're afraid of getting confused, just cut this half first. The middle and this half can be trimmed later. Then mark it. Sew the small number and the number facing each other, like this. Then set this aside for now. We'll sew this first. After finishing this side, then connect these. After sewing this side, then connect the other side. This is the lining. After assembling everything, turn it to the reverse side. On the reverse side here, press it once with an iron, or top stitching also works. Then this is the collar stand. From here to here, it's all top stitched. The needle area needs to be adjusted slightly smaller, just over 1 millimeter. This one as well. Then this part is flipped from here. Then don't close it. Don't sew it completely shut. All right, now like this. The next step is working on the face section. The face section uses fused interfacing. This is 60 count cotton fabric with a layer of 5-spun interfacing glued on. Then you said that this collar also has glued interfacing. Then this is the front part, the front pattern piece. The front piece is different from the lining fabric. For this, after drawing the lines, don't cut it all the way out. I'll step down first, and I'll explain when stepping on the front piece. Leave a gap, and after sewing the ribbon, then refine its contour. Then I'll start working on the front piece first. After finishing it like this, first sew the ribbon, then trim it after sewing. Just sew it on by hand. Sew this side first, then sew the other side. After fixing this side, then work on the other side. After fixing this side, then work on the other side. You can just draw the line and sew it like this. After securing it with hand stitches, you can run it through the sewing machine again. Then it will be a bit more sturdy this way. After finishing it, trim the contour again. Cut it after finishing here. Like this. Do and cut this side first to avoid confusion. This is number 1, spliced with number 1. Number 2. There is decoration before the splicing, the mark clamped at the middle splicing seam, and also here. Let's handle these two first. Then there is another one here, in Zengli. When drawing the mark, the width of this mark is 1.7. If it is close to the edge, it will be very small. So it needs to be a bit forward. Leave a little distance here. This should be clear enough, right? About 0.2 or so. Leave a 0.2 space. This way, the exposed part of the border will be larger. Fix this border. They are all just a little bit of empty space. Then align it to the edge. When aligned, the drawn edge will be very small. This joint is good. The back side looks like this. Seams. Press the seam allowance or give it a strong press. Then the next step is to make this collar, a stand collar. This collar also has interfacing as well. You can stick it on one side or both sides. Stick on both sides. Do it in whichever way is convenient. Then trim it down. Leave a 0.3 cm seam allowance, and the top part includes a 0.5 cm seam allowance. So just cut along this line. Then after cutting it down, flip it over. This point is used to align the side seams. Align the side seams, then press the rice noodles. Then this point is used to align the side seam. Then let's talk about the front here. This midpoint, then these on both sides are the parts of the upper collar. Don't start from the middle. Start from this point. Draw on the fabric, then align it. Just align the side seams, the front will be fine. That's just right. Sew this collar on by hand. The next step is the lining. Sew the lining here together with the outer part. It's best to press the seams while looking at the front. This way, it's not easy to deviate. Then, when it's done, flip it to the front. Check if this zero clamp is at the end point position. No deviation. Then, after confirming there's no problem, then sew the bottom here. Sew from here all the way to this side. When sewing the bottom, also face the right side. Do not look at the wrong side while sewing. This seam allowance is drawn with a ruler. There is a 0.5 here. Then sew here first. It's the pointed corner in the front center. After sewing here, then sew from this side to here next. After finishing the base white here, trim it a bit. The seam allowance is too large. When it dries, there will be a lot of buildup underneath. Leaving about 0.3 is fine. Then this sharp corner here has been cut. At a distance from this seam, there is a 1 mm distance from the seam line. Then fold it over. Then fold it over. This corner needs to be folded. It looks like this when flipped over. The white bottom here, then press a top stitch. Okay, it's also fine to press this top stitch at the end. Then here in the back center, take it. This is a 0-point seam allowance. Fold the seam allowance back, fold inward like this, then press the top stitch. You can also press all around. Fold it back, then start pressing the top stitch. Press all the way to this side. The last step is to attach. The last step is okay, start pressing the seam from here. Press all the way to this side. The last step is to attach. The last step is the width of the Velcro is 0.8. All the Velcro straps are this wide. It's the same method as with the skirt. so I won't film the Velcro part here. This waist belt is now finished. Tutorial for this hat. This is the pattern and the interfacing to be attached. This interfacing is the visible interfacing of a men's shirt. Then the pattern. Cut 2 pieces of interfacing using the pattern. There is one layer inside another layer. Just cut according to the attributes written above. Let me explain the hat column. The hat column consists of 2 types of boards. The board of the inner ring. The inside part should be smaller. The inside part is this one. These 2 must not be cut using the same board. Each should use its own. Then, after drawing it like this, after drawing according to the quantities above, cut this out. These are all mirror images. Leave seam allowances after sticking them onto the fabric. Press down to make it rounder. Make sure to follow this outline precisely. Don't deviate too much, otherwise the hat won't be round when finished. Use a heat press to iron it onto this fabric. Then, leave enough space for sewing the seams. Don't get too close. If you get too close, the seams can't be drawn. Seams of 0.5. Each material seam is 0.25. After the seams are drawn, cut it off. After cutting it off, a layer of mesh should be attached on top. At the facial and inner parts of this hat, there is then the hat pillar and the hat top. There is nothing inside, just these 4. Attach mesh netting over them. Then you can leave this hole uncut for now. Wait until the mesh netting is fixed in place. Then cut out this hole in the middle. The surface of this hat post needs to be marked. Otherwise, these 2 boards are easily damaged. Make sure to write it down. When applying this veil, that circular area here needs to stick close to this glue here because it requires a large cut. If placed in the middle, this line will be cut off. Then this gauze will fall down. So it needs to stick to the edge. Leaving a tiny gap of 0.1 is enough. Then the outer circle can be done freely. Just keep it fixed and still. Whether it's machine stitching or hand stitching, either just works. Get it on there. I just used a hand needle. Start from here. Then, the inner ring should follow the edge. Then you must closely watch this inner ring. Don't worry about it for now. Wait until the outside is completely fixed. You need to check whether it is leveled. Do not wrinkle. When sewing the round top of the hat, here, the first stitch is a back stitch to secure it. Then sew around. Make sure it can be gathered at the end. The gathering is smooth. This stitch area can be a bit smaller. If the stitch area is smaller, the gathering will be rounder. Leave a thread tail for finishing. It doesn't need to be too long. After finishing, trim it a bit. After cutting, pull this thread, tuck this back in, then use a hot jade tool to press it. You can stitch here to secure it. The treated top surface of the hat. Then, the lining is the same as the outer material. The lining does not have mesh. After the mesh fabric is finished, once fixed, you can proceed to cut it. Then here needs to be a bit closer to the edge. And also this cap strip. The hat post here also needs to be a bit closer to the edge. If it's in the middle, when cutting I will cut the thread. Then the break just fell off. These are all the sequins. Now we start making the face. The stitching of the hat face. Stitch it together here. After stitching it together here, the hat column is stitched together in the same way. It's about stitching the hat top and the hat column together. Find a point like this. Fold in half. Draw 4 points. This one too. Fold this seam in half. Then fold it in half like this again. There are a total of 4 points like this. Then flip it over. You need to make notches. Then connect it like this. Don't cut this thread. The middle one doesn't matter. After making the snip properly, first fix the 4 points, then sew all around. around the edges. These 4 points, after fixing them in place, then start from here. Use a hand needle. Backstitch. Use that backstitch to sew the seam. Hand sewing is just like this. YouTube. The first stitch. Then here, thread it through, then sew with equal stitches. Just sew like this and it's done. Take a look at the reverse side. The reverse side looks like this. Make sure there are no missed spots. After hand stitching is finished, place it over. Then splice it with the cap fabric. Then tidy this part up. Then if you use glue to stick it, that's it. After folding this neatly, fold this seam back a little bit. This is the area without any glue. Then apply glue on top. Apply glue. Just stick it together like this. This kind just has fewer stitches, but if it doesn't stick well, it's easy for the glue or areas where it leaks. There are traces. If it's hand stitching, it will be slightly better. Then join it with this one. This also has 4 points opposite each other. First align. Find the correct position. After securing the points, then sew by hand with a needle. It's just the same as here. We need to import. Importing is difficult. Don't connect this line. Secure the thread of this mesh. Cut it off. If it is cut off, the mesh will come apart. Here. After making the wellhead connection, then you also need to temporarily seal here. Hit it once more. Like this. After making the wellhead connection, fix these 4 alignment points in place. After the points are fixed, then start from here. You need to piece it together using a hand needle, like this. After assembling this part, fold the seam back, then glue it. Stick it onto these pants. When applying glue, you can apply a little bit. First, apply a circle, apply a little bit, then wipe it with another cloth, apply evenly, then dip it like this again. This way, you avoid getting glue everywhere. After finishing here, and also this part here, then dip it slightly, then dip it slightly, then dab it once, then dab it once, then dab it once, then stick it once. This glue can only adhere to one layer. Then apply it here again. Be sure whether to or not. You must use that brush on it. Or use a cloth. Make it finer again. Just apply it evenly. That's how it is. It dries quickly. And it still won't, because if there's too much, it becomes transparent. Then just stick it on like this. The porridge is ready. Put it over there, then work on the face like this. Place it once first. The above is the lining fabric. The method for the lining fabric is the same as for the outer part. It is also just stitched together. Then proceed. Just don't move the hat brim for now. It first joins the hat crown and hat brim. It also requires a large cutting notch. With this one, making this one the lining's hat crown and hat brim. After stitching it together, bring it over, like this. Then also find 4 points. This is for the face. It is aligned correctly. Here at the joint seam, found 4 alignment points. Then, because this seam is too thick, it needs to be rubbed open, but you shouldn't rub it too far. Otherwise, when putting it on, the seam inside will be exposed. But if placed at the back, it's the seam right here. Rub it open a bit, then rub it open here as well. Then, go find the alignment point. Here. 4. First, fix these 4 points in place, then sew it all around. If it is very thin, and if this kind of composite fabric is not added, this seam just needs to be aligned properly. But this has a total of 4 layers. Although it's too thick, be sure not to rub it too far. If you rub too far, then this seam will be exposed, this edge. After the seam is fixed, flip it over. It's just during the flipping, a bit rough. This thing is too hard, because that's how it is. The opening is too small. After flipping it over, this glue might come undone. If it comes undone, so don't worry about it. Then like this ritual cloth needs to be glued onto the seam below. That is 2 jow water. And the final step is to glue the brim of the felt hat. This brim of the felt hat. After applying the glue, spread it evenly. Apply it a bit thinner, then stick it on like this. The cap cover is done. All the universal boards for hat batches, all are this kind of approach, and then if it is like this kind, if you don't add this when doing it, it's fine not to attach this piece of the animation. The first half of the rotation might come into ice, but that response will shake this. Next is the method for making the hat. This hat has a common method. Then briefly explain this decoration. The ornament on this hat is a material made of mesh fabric. Then, when you draw it like this, it becomes a mirror board. After drawing, be sure to draw all the folds properly. Placing it on white paper makes it easier to see clearly. If it's like this, then it can't be seen. So when doing it, place it on white paper to work on it. Just a bit clearer. Then let's talk about how it folds. This is the center line. There is a mark here. This is the middle. Just fold it properly. Folding it properly looks like this. Okay, now cut it down. Okay, fold this pleat. If it's really hard to manage, just fold it and sew it. It's too small to secure properly. Then stack it again. Then stack the next one. The tops are aligned together. It's flat. The top parts are always together. They are flat. Then stack another one on top. This seam here is the center line. Then sew the other side. Then sew the other side. All right, the next step is, after securing the top part, now handle the bottom part. The thread on the top, slide it down. Then use a paper clip like this. This side is done. Then use this side. Then blanch the lima beans briefly. At this point, it's done. After it's done at this point, blanch the lima beans briefly. Use a hand needle to fix the difficult spots. Then, this item is attached. Or stitch it with a hand needle. Just fix it onto this hat. Now, let's talk about this bow. It is the same as the one on the front chest. The method is the same as this one. Then the width of the bow is 4. Then when subtracting the 4th generation, it's just subtracting twice that is amount. 8 centimeters. Both the 4 fen and the pangs are full. The 4 both the 4 fen and the pangs are full. The 4 fen ones are all both the 4 fen ones and the punks ones are 4 centimeters. 4 fen ones are all both of the 4 fen ones and the punks of the 4 fen ones and the 4 fen and the fat color ones are 4 centimeters. 5 centimeters long. Then for 3 fen, add 1 centimeter, 5 centimeters. A 5 centimeter long bow. Multiply by 2 to get 10. The method for the remaining 4 generations, it's just nonsense like this. Then there is a seam at the back. Here at the seam. Okay. They just place all the seams in one spot and glue them at one location. Cut off the excess. Stick it well here. Next, make the bow here. The purple ribbon width is 2 centimeters or 1.25 centimeters. The 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter ones are like this. They are all this size. If there is no glue, no glue. So if there is no glue, no glue. So after sticking it well, fold it once. Then wrap the thread. Secure it here. Make another identical bow. Make another identical bow. If there's no glue, use a hand needle like this. Cut the seam. If it's too wide, just fold it a bit. Fold it until you reach the desired width. Cut here. Ribbon made from needle silk is not easy to fray. This kind of ordinary ribbon it's very easy to pull this thread and break it. It means the ribbon is broken. It means the threads are pulling apart. You can use adhesive. If there is adhesive, you can use hot melt adhesive here, but in places that need to be sewn through with a needle, because it's too hard, the needle can't pass through, okay? Make 2 of these bows. Place one here. Then place another one at the joint, right? It also needs to place one more, this thing, after it is worn on the head. Then confirm its position, where it is best placed. Then press the gray key. Place a nozzle clamp at the back here. Just use glue to stick it. Next, the method for making this cap. It's roughly like this. The finished product is done. It's like this, okay?